2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
We're at the Genesis Invitational. Today's coverage is just about to begin.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth. And it's hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Hey Luke and Rich, I'm looking forward to treading the fairways again with these two because they were absolute fire the first time round. And I have a feeling that after their exchanges on social media, it'll be even more spicy out here.
Well, I like the look of Lexi in this one, but is the rival capable? Looks to be going with a hybrid here. Well, that's a tremendous shot and sets up a wonderful opportunity.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home in two.
Oh, it'd be nice to make this putt. This is for eagle. Oh, so close. And they'll tap this in for birdie. Currently 1 under for the event. We know that Riviera starts with a 5-4, but it may as well be a 4-5 because the par 4 second is tougher than the par 5 first.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot. The second shot moves a little bit from left to right, back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantees that it'll kick hard enough right to left to get back on the green. It's a sensational second hole.
Oh, well done. Well, what are we looking at with their approach shot, Rich? Because really that's all the challenge here on this par 4 second.
Luke, the second shot is straight back up the hill. Better take an extra club if you want to get it close.
This one looks to be heading towards the green.
Wow, what a shot. Oh, these are good for the momentum, these ones, right on 8 feet.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Ouch, that hurts. And this one is for his par. Well, it was a wonderful approach shot, wasn't it? But unfortunately having to settle for par. And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that. Pacific Palisades in California, the site of Riviera, the third hole, par 4. Elevated tee shot.
And a fairly generous fairway, a little bit more room out to the left than what players can see off the tee shot. Second shot is going to be downhill to a green that basically chases away from the player, going from the front portion of it all the way to the back. Difficult to get your second shot close here.
That was worthy of another look.
And he's down there.
He's got, oh, I'd say roughly 120 here.
And choosing the 8-iron here.
That's a good shot by him. He'll be delighted. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Yeah, he's staring down about 12 feet.
Ooh, nice putt to make for a birdie. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She's got some work to do. She's 2 strokes behind so far.
Playing their 4th shot. And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. He's currently tied for 5th. So many wonderful holes at the George Thomas designed Riviera Country Club. This par 3 4th has to be one of them.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
Well, that's well played, and a great birdie opportunity coming up here at the 4th.
Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
It's been so tight. She's tied here with her rival. And can she pull ahead now?
Let's move one step closer to the lead here. This putt for a share of 4th. And with that putt hold, it's back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
Just 2 shots back after that hole. Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the 5th here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
Well, doesn't take a genius to know that this is not a good place to be. Going with the 8-iron here.
Nice out the rough here.
Well played, mate. Good chance to take it even deeper here. This putt's for 4 under. Steady on. This putt right on 12 feet to the hole.
This is what they have left for par here.
Oh, so close. This is a bogey putt coming up.
Oh, it's because I didn't hit it hard enough.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The 6th hole here at Riviera is very unique, isn't it, Rich?
Who puts a bunker in the center of the green? No one else except for the folks at Riviera Country Club. I love this hole.
Opting for the hybrid, I think. Not a bad approach. Grab the putter from the caddy. You're dancing.
And he's down there. You got a read?
Just got to trickle this one in the front door. It's downhill.
Hey, nice looking line.
Oh,
that's
put
frustrating.
too much power on it. Oh, well, that was pretty much straight on.
There's part of about 6 feet coming up. Nice stroke.
Oh, what
It's a tad frustrating, especially when it comes up short.
Wow, shocking to say the least. How do you miss that?
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She's got momentum now, just birdied the last hole.
And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Let's head to the par 4 7th at the Riv. Again, it's a par 4 that requires placement of the tee.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it. But again, you push it a little bit, and now the barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
Playing from around 110 yards out. 5 strokes behind our leader. Opting for the 9-iron. This one could take a little bounce to the left.
Oh, no.
Just in case Lexi thought that she was going to dominate the match today in this rivalry, he's come out and put that down, laid that gauntlet down, and now I think things will get interesting.
This putt to join those amongst the top 10 on the leaderboard.
Just not enough gas.
Can't believe he did that. That drives you bonkers as a player.
The par 4 8th at Riviera is a choose your own adventure. Which fairway do you like to take?
I think most players are going to try and go down the left-hand side, as it seems to be the easier of the two these days. However, where they stick that flagstick, well, that's a different question. If they stick it up front right, the left-hand side of the fairway, that's not the easiest approach. So better be mindful of where that flagstick is in order to pick which side of the fairway you want to drive it down.
Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
It's been so tight. She's tied here with her rival. And can she pull ahead now?
And back to the course with the live action. Time for the second shot at the 8th.
Has got this thing dialed in here, looking good.
Fairways and greens, easy game, isn't it?
It has been fantastic to watch all week long. This player is dialed in.
What an opportunity to make a birdie.
If he sinks this, he can pull in front of Lexi Thompson. Let's see what happens.
And as the scorecard suggests, heading up the leaderboard. The final hole on the outward half is a par 4 playing back up towards the clubhouse, Rich. It's a good par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
Going with the 9-iron, I think.
And tidy looking shot, that one.
That's right out of the copybooks. Exquisite.
That would be back-to-back birdies for this player.
Was it a good
Oh,
line?
come on. Mate, how much
Putting
further
for a
do you want
par
me
here.
to move? That's a fucking joke. Do me a
The
favour.
putt drops,
Cunt.
and we're moving on.
One of the most often discussed holes in all of golf is the par 4 10th here at Riviera Ridge. There's so much strategy.
It's either driver or 3-wood for every player in this field, but you better be good with distance because this green is very narrow.
Well, that's the perfect shape. Just controlling a fade. Oh, that is flushed. Get on the green. Sitting at 2 under in a share of 8th position. Oh, wonderfully played chip shot.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. Currently at -3 for the round. The par 5 11th, one of the better scoring holes on the course. Players are thinking 4 when they stand on this tee.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
Interesting choice of the driver here. Well, that's showcasing their power there, Rich.
Always like the aggressive play, going for it in 2 and getting rewarded for it.
A spot in the top 5 on the line here.
Excuse me.
Make this, and you'll move into a tie for 3rd place. Oh,
How?
so close.
How? Come on. How?
Now moving over to
I
Lexi
don't
Thompson.
understand.
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rival's scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. Now 4 back after that hole. When you stand on the 12th tee, Rich, you're thinking to yourself, oh, a couple of strong back-to-back par 4s, and it starts right here.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevent you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
Oh. B.
That is absolutely brilliant.
Heck of a shot, setting up almost a guaranteed birdie.
He's in a share of 3rd
That
place.
is filth.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
let's go,
That's tidy. Sitting at -4. Currently tied third, just a couple out of top spot. Going with the pitching wedge here. This one is right down the pipe.
Could have done a little bit of backspin.
A wonderful shot. A chance for birdie here on the 13th.
Of all the shots that I like the most, that one ranks right up there.
But never mind. Shit. You don't always get what you want in life.
Oh, what a round this is. 7 birdies today. And that will take him to 5 under. This would be a great up and down from this spot. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage.
Getting closer to that top spot on the leaderboard. This is getting interesting.
Going with the 6-iron here. That's just inside the range.
They're a long way from the hole here. Work to be done.
Bit too much. Oh, we're too far the other way now. Fuck off.
Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a mystery.
Oh my days.
Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole.
Nice little par putt here.
Yeah, nothing to sweat over that one. We'll hold. Trailing by a couple of strokes now. The 15th, Rich, a very good par 4. Although, if you're Victor Hovland, maybe the fairway's not in your line of sight.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
Lining up from around 160 yards.
Just 2 shots behind.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron.
This one heading towards the green.
How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. Terrific shot into the 15th and a chance for birdie. 5 feet coming up to the cup. I don't mind the look of this. And with that putt, now it's 6 under with a few to play.
Really going to have to dig deep here if they want to win this title.
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Oh, this looks pure. And you hold it. What a monster.
Yeah, that is not what you want to come up against mid-round, mid-rivalry. That was mean.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage.
Oh, yeah.
Well, now, things have gotten interesting. Closing the gap.
The 16th at Riviera Ridge is the last chance to get amongst the birdies on a par 3.
A breathtaking short par 3, 166, an island green surrounded by bunkers.
And choosing the 8-iron here. This is the all-important stretch. Time to make your move.
Hole in one! Yes! Oh, yes! Yes, we just done a hole in one!
Say, Luke,
Get in!
Hole-in-ones are rare,
Come
but getting
on!
to watch one on TV,
That's a sick hole-in-one on the
yes!
par 3 as well. Come on.
Well, that's certainly worth another look.
Let's
I
go.
mean, what can you say
Hole-in-one,
about a shot like
guys.
this? This was
Girls, people
absolute
in the
perfection.
wages. Oh my days. What a hole-in-one. Sit down. Shame I've only ever come close in real life, not actual hole-in-one. Mine did exactly the same as that, but then bounced over the
right
hole.
to the top of the leaderboard they go.
Didn't go in.
2 holes
Didn't
to
even
go,
hit
Luke.
the
Can they
post
hang
or anything,
on?
the pin or anything.
Let's
even.
find out.
Didn't hit the pin or anything.
The
Literally
last
just bounced
genuine
over the hole.
scoring hole
Yeah.
at Riviera is certainly this par 5 17th.
Any hopes of getting it home in 2, you better
that
come
nice
up with
little
something
trophy as well.
special off the tee and make sure
That's
to
a
avoid the
desert
bunker on the
hole-in-one.
right-hand
Oh
side.
my days, get in. That's a sick hole-in-one.
Oh, well struck. This drive's heading for the fairway in my eyes. Four victories so far this season. It's a brave one. Driver off the deck.
Stop.
Well, I'm sure it looked better in their mind before they hit it.
That makes its way to the first cut.
Ah, what have I done? I just did it straight in the bunker. What am I doing?
There's the line, the green side bunker.
Oh,
Can
come
they
on.
get this one up and down?
You can't just go from that hole in one and then go and fucking birdie this hole when you could have just simply got an eagle just then. My days.
What a shot! Almost went in the bucket.
Yeah.
And a
wow.
par is all but guaranteed
What a
after that
joke.
fantastic bunker shot.
What a joke. Oh my days. Ah, I've gone too far that way again like I did last time. Alright, so we've gone from a hole in one to a fucking bogey.
This
How
one
is that
for
even
bogey.
possible? You know why it's, you know how it's possible? It's called
Nice
fucking
line.
inconsistency. That's
Well,
what
they
it's
say a
called.
bogey pleases someone. The rest of the field buoyed now after that drop shot by our leader. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. One of the most famous finishing holes on the PGA Tour, Rich. This 18th at Riviera is a classic.
Aim for the palm trees in the distance, which are located just on the left-hand side of the green. A good tee shot there will set up an awesome looking second.
This looks to be heading for the cut stuff.
Excuse me.
Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
Setting up here from about 190 yards.
Going with the 5-iron here.
This one is chewing fiber.
Oh, that was so close to going in.
Pay attention, folks. That's how you play.